And as I should be doing, I should be sleeping until at least 7, but I'm not. So I decided since I had this little extra time before I had to start my day, that I would go live. So good morning if you watch this later on. If you don't watch, I'm gonna do my skincare. Do some skincare, and then just get ready for the day. I got some different products I'm using: cleanser and um, toner. I'm not gonna show it to you now because I think I'm gonna put it in my favorites because I'm kind of digging it. I gotta make sure, look at the how much it cost, get the cost. Is it still available? Because I have a tendency. Um, let me tell you something. And I'm working hard on this. Is I have this tendency. Hold on, I'm gonna share this. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Who's on here? Hey, Alicia. Hey, Alicia. So I've been working on. I have this tendency. It started when I had just doing makeup and everything on this channel. Um, I'll start something, get some products or something, and have this thought in my head that I'm gonna do with it, and then never get there. So I'm trying to work on that. Hey, Valencia. So I'm trying to do better. Like I'm going to film something probably later today. And I've filmed all weekend. I did some more filming, so I'm gonna edit and post it up because I will literally, video it, video some film some shit, and then I get to it. So those are the things I'm working on, and that's that work we got to do on ourselves, cause it's work, y'all. Mm. Just wanted to share that. Share that. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, I gotta put on some eye cream. Eye cream. Cause I'm trying to get this skin in order. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah. So that's my thing, is that I am now trying to be too, like, I'll have all these thoughts in my head and then I never get to them. Yeah. Because like these products that I'm using on my skin right now, I have had them sitting around unused for at least 3 years. And so I was looking at things. Part of this move though has made me look at things. You know what I'm saying? I'm as I'm unpacking up going, what are you doing? Like I have tossed a few things. Um and so it's making me look at things and go, okay, ho, do you need this? Do you need this? Do you why haven't you used it? What are you doing? So that's what I'm working on, is using more products, and actually talking about them, because I buy a lot of stuff and then it like goes into my black hole and uh never shows up again. Oh, it's gonna be a good morning. It's gonna be a good morning, y'all. And you know why I say that? Because I got time. I ain't got a lot of time because I have to watch the kids because everybody's working and their daycare is out. But I got a little time. So please, let's have some fun. So I've been using the vitamin C because I've been trying to find my perfect. Ooh, I bet you that is. Can I tell you? Even though I should be wearing my mask all the time, I don't always wear my mask. So if I feel like I'm going to be up in these kids' face, I might put on my mask. I'll put on a mask. But like if I'm at my desk and I'm doing like using the overhead, I don't need my mask on because they far enough away from me, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So what are you using on your face, Alicia? Um. Yeah. So I have this organization back here. I kind of filmed it, but I got to do a couple of things to it. And and then post it up. And then I have another video that I need to post up this week. And then I have other things that I'm so low key working on. Oh, like I need to do some more sampling, but I like to have some type of plan when I sample. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just sample a bunch of stuff. I'm not that random sampler, which is crazy because I should. Hi, Shannon. Just try some shit, Louise. I have quite, because my samples have overrun me. So I guess I'm going to have to just go ahead and start using them more. Yeah. That makes sense. Glycolics, niacinamide. Yeah. That makes sense. That sounds like a good. This damn mercurial cashmere that I tried, and I do like this. Hey ho, what you doing up this early? What you doing up this early, sir? Yeah, and then I've got samples all over the place. That's because I have some sort of organization with some of my samples, but then some of them are just all over the place. So I need to like go ahead and actually wear them correct. Oh, I need to. Ah, damn it. You still in bed? Okay. Okay, I see that. I see that. I received that. I could be in bed, but I'm not, which doesn't make sense. Don't make no sense at all. Okay, so I shared this a little bit, but let's just all watch this today. Let's just all watch this. I was watching this. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna show because I played this. I sent this out to people just a little while ago, but I'm gonna play it because this got me going. I said, "Go on, Dion," Okay, so I'm gonna say this first. Let me say this first. I think that I'm gonna just gonna have a moment for Yeezy and him and his faith and him and his, and the wannabe white girl Candace and their White Lives Matter bullshit. I haven't really said anything about it. Um, because I don't think we should say too much about it, because what they're looking for is a reaction, and so I think sometimes we have to understand that the best reaction is a non-reaction, to just make them understand we don't give a fuck. We don't care. They're so beneath us, we don't care. I mean, I'm just being honest. I think, so I think that as opposed, okay, so here we go.
It did happen after this game today. Is this further motivation for you and your team? working 2 jobs to make ends see each other was motivation. You know, me being a great father, but one of my fathers was a drug addiction, a drug addict, and my other father was an alcoholic. This was my motivation. Seeing no one really come out of both minds, Florida, that was my motivation. This? Oh, baby, you gotta get alive. I wake up motivated. I wake up trying to bless somebody, inspire somebody, encourage somebody, help somebody, motivate somebody, get somebody to the next level. Yeah. And somebody had the audacity to sit up here and say what I ain't. Well, baby, I know what I am. And I am a whole lot of things that a lot of folks would like to be. Oh, man, breathe.
You gotta love him for that one. Go, Dion. Speak that shit. Speak that shit, Dion. Don't let nobody, because people try to come at you and make you question who the fuck you are and what you doing. Don't let them do that to you. Don't. Shut up. He like motivated Negro. What? I love it. Cause we know they mad because he snatching they players. I think that, yes, I agree that they should be shunned, but I think it should be just like, what show is this where they do this? What I'm saying is the shunning should be this. Total ignoring. Because the best way to shun somebody is not to speak on them. Shunning means we just get quiet and don't and act like they don't exist. That's the whole point. We need to just, but how can that happen when people will continue to listen to them, will speak on them, will spend their money? Because let's just be honest. Let's just talk about this. Until we, and I'm not just saying it from that perspective. I mean, everybody who's doing stupid shit, just fucking ignore them, and then they will go away. Because, I mean, people still buying them ugly ass Yeezy clothes. How does that damn line exist? It looks like homeless chic. It looks like he'd been looking at on Lower Wacker Drive. He drove through Lower Wacker Drive, which is a street that's underneath the city, and looked at the homeless, went to some and said, "Oh, I'm gonna get motherfuckers. I'm gonna put some shit out to look like this, and these dumb motherfuckers is gonna pay for it." I'm not mad at him for it. I'm mad at the people who still buy that shit. There is absolutely nothing in his clothing line that makes sense to me. The shoes are terrible. The clothes are ridiculous. And yet it still exists. And what pisses you off about it is that there are creative people who really, and I ain't mad at him for using his name for what he could, but there are people who are honestly creative who can create beautiful fashions and never get that try. Yet people are buying that bullshit. So like I said, I ain't mad at Ye. I'm not mad at Ye because these dumb motherfuckers are spending their money on it. I'm mad at the people who buy it. I just want to just smack them on the back of their neck. What is wrong with you? Do you not see what you wear? You look goofy as fuck. And you're helping to promote somebody who needs help. And then what's her name? That Candace chick. See, I can't wait till she has the Omarosa Stacey Dash moment. Because both of them hoes. Now they ain't hoes. Both of them broads was running around, no, this is wonderful. These people are wonderful. My life is wonderful. You black people, oh my God. Until them motherfuckers turned on your ass. Until they decided they didn't need your little poster girl dumbass anymore. And they was moving on to the next one. Now you want to come back now you want to come back to the fold. We as black people gotta stop being so fucking forgiving. Fuck your ass. Once you leave us, you can't come back. You can't decide that, hey, they don't like me anymore. They don't accept me. They're being mean to me. Black people love me again. I know I've been ignoring you all. I've been living my little best imitation of life. But now I want to be part of you. Just like Meghan Markle. Now all of a sudden she black because these motherfuckers let her know, no matter how light skinned you are, no matter how light your complexion is, no matter how wavy your hair is, you still a black girl. See, those are those moments that then they decide they get in their feelings, they get their feelings hurt, and then they, oh my God, and now they want to be one of us. Hey, Sabrina. I say no, ma'am. I say we ignore these motherfuckers till the end of time. Ye is on the ignore list. I don't care how talented he is. I don't care. That's like R. Kelly, for other reasons, is on the oh hell no list. Why do we have to find reasons to support people who ain't shit? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Like the people who are like, what about the parents? And listen, whoever was involved in the shit with R. Kelly, all needs to have accountability. But ultimately, he did it. He did it. So, and then to do things, and this is the shit that irritates me. And here's something I heard somebody say. I'm gonna need us, this whole sensitivity, always finding some bullshit to complain about, always say something. I'm gonna need us to get over it. Let me tell you what I heard. Right, exactly. Yeah, I ain't been forever. Thank you. Shun the motherfuckers. So, they've had this Jeffrey Dahmer thing on, right? Now, black folks, I'm gonna need what are y'all saying sometimes? Sometimes y'all just be reaching up. Now, the things that you should be upset about, like Ye, like R. Kelly, and I'm sorry, they're part of us, but we reach sometimes so high that we sound stupid. So I've heard this thing about Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, of course, we know that people are saying they shouldn't be doing it because it's triggering the people involved. Right? But then there's this thing about, Bianca was telling me that people were saying that how come they are doing this and, showing, hold on. Here's what I'm saying. I'm not watching it, but here's what black folks have come up with. See, they're always showing movies like this where where we get killed or some crazy shit like that, right? Like when these things are written, like when they're talking about serial killers, they particularly identify with some like that kill black folks, like the DC sniper and all this other shit. And I said, black folks are stupid. And now let me tell you why I say black folks are stupid. And very myopic. We only see this. We can't see the other part of the world. I said, B, John Wayne Gacy didn't kill no little black kids. All that was found underneath his house in Bolingbrook was little white kids. Ted Bundy didn't kill none of us. He was out there raping and killing little white women. Y'all got to be stupid to say this stupid shit. The culture, Spec, all these people, they didn't kill us. The Zodiac Killer, no. Well, the Zodiac Killer did some brown people. But, like Manson, he ain't killed nobody look like me. No. It's like Helter Skelter was not about nothing. So it's like y'all need to. Do y'all hear yourself when y'all say this stupid shit y'all say? Because then that makes us all look dumb. What are you talking about? This particular story, yes, it had black folks that, and it's triggering black folks. Yes, there's another one that's got some black folks in, but the majority of serial killer stories are about killing each other. White folks, shut up. You sound goofy and stupid. So sometimes it's like, what are you talking about? Just like the argument with R. Kelly. What about, this person? What about, you do know most of them, you do know that a lot of the people that you're discussing are now in jail. Like with Cosby, why Cosby? They getting a lot of folks low key, but you're not listening to those people because they don't concern you. So you're concerned about R. Kelly because you want to say this has been terrible. What Bill Cosby? Because we still look at him as Heathcliff Huxtable instead of Bill Cosby, the man who ain't shit. We have to get out of the characters and what we see, what their personas. Right. Right. See what we should take from that is how when things happen in our community, it is overlooked because it's our community. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, we have to get, and that's even with these people online. You know what I'm saying? Um, we live in a social media world, right? And unless you ignorant like me, most of the time people have personas. Let's think about this. Most of the time, when you see people do their videos, they make sure they look good, like me. They make sure they're giving this presence that they have created for what they're doing. You see what we want you to see. And then we become and then people become enamored with this persona. And what happens is that then when you find out they're actual people, some of them lying, some of a whole lot of shit going on behind the scenes, then we are devastated. You're investing too much. I don't want nobody to invest that much in me. I mean, because the reality is that I'm not supposed to get on here looking like this. And if I do, I should be putting on my makeup so you all can see how beautiful I'm going to look in a few minutes. That's the way of YouTube. It's so interesting because there's a professional, parasocial. I didn't know that one. Okay. But yeah. And there's this whole vibe that somebody, you don't know. Now, depending on how you relate, you might know them pretty good. Of course, there's always things that I don't discuss. Um, and let's just be honest, a lot of times when we do discuss it, sometimes we're looking for views. Just being honest. So if you watch somebody and all of a sudden they tell them their business, just remember that a lot of times it's a well thought out plan. I'm just saying. Oh, you accidentally deleted. That's fine. Hold up, and then let's just talk about this part. Okay, I've been using this new moisturizer. I want to see how it works. This is like a freebie, like Diamond Day. This is a freebie, so I'm trying this out. It's called Astaxanthin. Let me tell y'all something. Forget all this. I have lost a box of stuff. I done lost some lashes. I done lost my lash glue. I brought it downstairs, but now this room, it's becoming an abyss in here. That's why I'm trying to get through it. I'm like, what the fuck did I do with that? Okay, but anyway, let's get back to the conversation. So let me just tell y'all. Let's have this little whole conversation. what? Oh, why did I put it in there? I don't know. I'm trying to decide on baskets to put my sweaters in. Okay, I'm just having the whole conversation with myself. Because I'm trying to do this roll thing. Okay, shut up, Louise. Sabrina, come back, say something. Okay, so let me tell y'all what the new thing is going to be. I've been watching, and let me tell y'all with the women. Men don't do this shit. I keep saying this. The men do not do this shit. The women do it. The women in FragCom are doing this. So, watch what they're calling it. It's going to go from just being declutters to curating their collection. Watch what I'm saying. So, they're going to spend months curating their collection, right? Letting you know what, how they're, and it's basically a very slow declutter to curate your collection. Now you know what I'm going to say about this, right? Can y'all feel the vibe I'm going with? Can you feel the vibe? Okay, so once you curate your collection, is just channel over? Because at that point, what do you have to talk about? Because if you curate your collection down to this perfect collection, that means that you're going to, downsize. Then what are you going to talk about? I mean, unless you're going to go into different content, because that, and hey, you can't. But I'm just curious because, like, I saw somebody, oh, I'm going down to 25 bottles, supposedly decluttered down to 25 bottles, and the next fucking video was a haul. The absolute next fucking thing I saw was a haul. I don't quite understand why people watch these people. If you spend so much fucking time decluttering, I cannot take you seriously. Because I know at some point the viewers have got to finally say, this is a pattern and I can't take you seriously. That's my whole point. When you curate something, now you're happy with it, right? You feel like, yes, this is what I love. This is what I want. I'm going to stay here for a while. Because my thing is, you got to stay there for a while. If you've curated it, how can it be a curated collection if you don't live with it for a while? If I hear footsteps, if you don't live for it with a while and love it, because if you curated the collection and then start Kelly and then start purchasing, that's not curating your collection. That's just bullshit online to get people to watch you. See, I'm curating right here. I'm curating a big ass collection, y'all. That's what I'm doing. And there's this, see, here's my thing with that. Don't low key, because see, here's what they're doing. This is the real low key bullshit with it. And watch what I'm saying. Go watch a few of them. What they're now saying is, having these large collections, I'm doing this. And they're low key dissing people who have large collections, trying to act like they're not, in order to feel, so there's this whole like low-key diss going on, like I've learned the error of my ways and I'm doing it. But here's my problem with that. If you're curating for that reason, that means you're becoming more minimalist, which I'm fine with. But you cannot be a minimalist and continue to purchase the whole, because it's just too much. You should have what you love, and if you're gonna, and what you're gonna wear and all this. So let's just be honest. Then no one should have no more than 20 fragrances. When they curate this shit down, it should be about 20 fragrances. Because that's a lot. And if these are the ones that you love and you're going to wear, then that's what you wear. But wear them for a while. Don't purchase. You can't declutter, say you're curating collection, and then in the next breath, go buy some shit. What was the point of curating it then? What was the point? There is none other than views. There is no point. And as a viewer, and I'm a viewer too, the shit, it feels like they're insulting people's intelligence. And that's my own personal thing. It feels like they insulting. So you insulting my intelligence with this bullshit? Because I'm supposed to believe that this is it? And then you're going to turn around and buy some more? And how do I, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing. And make comments like, all these hauls and everything. See, here's what they do. They make these low-key statements because they're sitting in this space right now for the moment. For the moment. Because this is what they've decided. And I'm just being honest because I create content. So now they've decided this is what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to roll it out. Just be honest. And then once the rollout is done with something that's specific, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? See, to be quite honest, I'm just trying to help. Instead of trying to curate your collection and get rid of things to prove that you're doing it, just stop buying. Just stop buying. And then just talk about what you have. If you have a large collection. Right. This is great. This is the best. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, this smells so good. Then 30 days later, you fucking decluttering. Maybe 60 days, you're decluttering it. How about this? Just stop fucking buying. That's a simple fix. Right? Stop buying. Or get to the point where you're only buying like one fragrance a month, maybe two. And here is the reasons why I picked out these one or two, because of this. You know what I'm saying? Then it would be more interesting. So for you people who shadow watch me, who watch me later on, who are creators, and this is the path you're on, perhaps listen to what I'm saying. Let's rethink this. Stop buying. And not just for a month. Don't go and I'm doing no by July. No. Stop buying. 6 months to a year. Do a year. Like, what's her name? Hannah Poster did. Do a year. Especially if you got a lot of perfume. And just really use them and talk about them. Just have to reacquaint yourself if that's what you want to do. I would then say, yes, do that. Or purchase one or two and just discuss how they made the cut. That would be interesting. Made the cut. I'm even going to give you the name of your series. Made the cut. Because that shit be coming at you. Boom, boom, boom. Because now I want some Narciso Rodriguez. Because I've been seeing these Jasmine Musk. Yeah, that whole return, and that's why some stores don't let you return anymore, because these motherfuckers been doing this, and they like, hold up, partner, because I knew somebody who Ross said you cannot return anymore, because that was her, and that was her retail therapy, for real retail therapy. She would go and buy some things, and then return them. That was her itch. She scratched it and she returned it. But they was like, okay, enough. You scratched enough. Stop returning our shit. So yeah. So I'm just saying this to say, we can do better. And I think as viewers, instead of clapping and high-fiving, maybe turn away from that, because I just don't understand how you can consistently watch somebody do this and not go, well, this is crazy. This don't make no sense. Why? What am I watching? You know what I'm saying? That's where I would be like, this is kind of crazy. Why? What? You getting rid of it again? That's what, because that's, let me tell you, because that's how I got, you know. But like I said, it's the female side of the genre that's doing this, which, of course, like I said before, it has bled over from the um, makeup side, the beauty side, because declutters are big on the beauty side. and and those have always annoyed me, because every time people declutter, they wind up buying stuff to look like the shit they got rid of. I'd be like, what was the point? And maybe sometimes the point is because you can get overwhelmed with things, especially when you do things like this. So you know, just be honest. Say, listen, I gotta make room because I'm about to buy some more shit. But no, we gotta make it. You know, y'all know how I feel about that shit. But it's just like, oh yeah, honey, men will have shelves up to the ceiling across the room and say, and what? Because remember, the difference is, and it's so interesting, the difference is on the flexes of of the male and the female of the species on this. For men, they want to have all of it, and they call it a collection, and that's what they treat it as. I collect these things, so of course I'm gonna have a lot. And their thing is having a lot and showing you I got a lot. Women, on the other hand, feel this need to um just to downplay what they like, and then in the downplay feel the need to get rid of, purge. We have to purge because it's wrong to have all of these things. It's wrong to do, we know it's wrong. So we need to purge. Now let me tell you something. When it comes to clothes and shoes, purge your life away. Because yes, some things you're just never going to wear again. They've served their purpose. You've had them for years. I get it. But stuff like this is a little different. And no, I just don't cotton to that. But that's a female mentality in reference to this, because there's this whole vibe that we need to declutter things. We have to get rid of things. Why am I going to declutter something that I like saying I don't wear it enough? Well, I gotta say, I won't do a whole month tray because I can't even commit that much. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the people who do like weekly, what I wore in this week. Those things make sense, fragrance trays, things like that. Because by doing that, you are using more of your fragrances more often. Now, do I have to use them all to feel justified having them? I absolutely do not. Sometimes I'm going to be wearing this a lot, and then sometimes I'm going to be wearing that. And it's okay. I take care of them. We take care of them. It's okay. And see, like, I get it from the standpoint of somebody who isn't creating content. But if you're creating content, doesn't it make sense to have things to create your content with? How can you tell me about, so every time you're doing something, like for instance, for instance, like when I do stuff for fall, I always try to come up with, look through my thing, see some things that I have haven't spoke about recently. I am going to make sure I pull out classics this year, because now that I'm looking, I said, girl, you need to be talking about these too, right? Because they exist and they're still good. But if all the time is something new, how do you, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And if you notice, there are certain people you don't see, women you don't see, but they're on a different level and they're doing it, they ain't like tomorrow. Listen. Hi, Arlene. It has to be, you know, um, I think that we live a time, people have, in order to justify what they do, they have to kind of low key diss the people who do the opposite, right? That's what I see. It's like, that whole vibe in social media and everything, and everybody trying to be a guru and explain to you things. Um, and so part of it is to say that the way I'm doing it is the way. Now, the way they doing it ain't the way. Now, I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm going to like throw that shade underneath. Now, here's the interesting thing. You can talk about curating a collection without getting rid of what you have. I don't know why these creators haven't figured this out. Or am I going crazy? I mean, you can talk about how to curate a collection without getting rid of your stuff. I don't know why this is so difficult, but you can. You can look at your collection and talk about, for this type of person, this would be a good collection curate. Now I'm helping folks out again. So instead of getting rid or downsizing, just because, how about looking at your collection and saying, this is how I would curate a collection if I was this. Somebody about to hit me up with a lot of engagement. Okay. That's always interesting, this type of troll. Well, of course, I think that's it, because let's be honest, people watch declutters. And then that's why they're all going to start curating their collections, because that's getting some looks. Instead of just saying, you know, the curated collection. Oh, never mind. Oh, oh, my daughter wants to go get Starbucks. Okay, I guess I'm going. Yeah, you gotta have the positive trolls. Okay, I guess it's okay. Let me get my clothes on. I get summoned. You know what I'm saying? I get summoned. All right, y'all. I've been on for 45 minutes. It was good seeing y'all this morning. Let me throw some clothes on and roll out. Go get some Starbucks. I am not opposed to Starbucks, so it's time for me to go. All right, y'all have a great morning. As always, we had a good conversation. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.